It's been kind of an uphill or a rocky thing in preparing for this. I knew that today's hearing, I knew that she was going to change her plea. I knew that she was going to plead guilty to this. I knew that she was going to plead guilty to the violation under the Espionage Act. That's something that I did not want to see happen. So it was very hard for me. Today, right now, I feel a little sense of relief because it's over with, but it's not the ending that I was hoping for. It's not the outcome that I had wished for. I never wanted for people to think that reality was totally innocent. As far as, today she was able to come out and say to the judge that she did this. She did release this document. She knew that it was top secret. She knew what that meant. She had the training. She had everything. So she knew that this wasn't something that she was permitted to do. So she did break a rule. She did violate a law. What I didn't want to see happen was that she was going to be charged and convicted under the Espionage Act. I didn't want her to be labeled as a traitor. I didn't want it to be this severe punishment for her to be seen as somebody who acted against her country. Because to me, when you read the Espionage Act, that's pretty much what it says. You have committed a crime against the United States, and so that to me is something that I really didn't want to see happen, and I'm not happy about. Before this, I was the person who stayed out of the media spotlight. There were times in my career before where I was asked to give interviews, and I was never one to volunteer for that or to be comfortable with that. But last year, when this all broke, when she was arrested, when all of a sudden media was everywhere, my husband and I, we were here. We didn't know what to do. This wasn't something that we were familiar with, that we were comfortable with. But when we started seeing what was being reported out there about reality, somebody had to be her voice. Somebody had to speak up. Somebody had to give the other side of the story. Somebody had to tell the public about who reality was, what she's done, what she's about, and if it wasn't us, who was it going to be? There was not going to be anybody else. One of the things through this that amazed me was when you are willing to sit down and you are willing to talk, the media, they're willing to listen. They are willing to at least report on the other side, And I think that this would have been a very different case. This would have been a very different story had we not been willing to open up and to invite people in, to return calls. I'm willing to talk about reality because as her mother, I feel like I have an important story. I have an important voice about her. So it's been wow, a new experience for us this entire year. Never knowing what to expect, and there's a fear of what do you say? Do you say too much? Do you say too little? But I've always felt like I had to do this for reality. I had to do this for her because somebody needed to be her voice out there, and then to tell her side or to tell our side, to tell who she is. Anybody who has communicated with reality through this knows that oh my gosh, she's strong. I heard today that she did like 700 burpees. I mean, she's keeping her physical strength, but she's also keeping her emotional and her intellectual strength. I know that she's already asked me to reach out and get her transcripts from her associate's degree in the college that she's taken. She wants to pursue her education. She's already looking at filling out an application for a university. She's going to be doing that. She's going to continue her artwork. She has found strength in that as well, in an expression and a way to express herself. I would hope that people will continue to write her, continue to answer her calls when she calls. Her sense of humor has absolutely not wavered at all. She keeps strong by through her humor. She is a strong person. And she's maintained her strength, but she's also maintained her compassion. I want everybody to know out there that she continues to advocate for people that she has seen go through the system, people that she feels are in need of help. She will call me, she's called others. She's asked, can you help this person? She's still making a difference wherever she can, however she can, even, being incarcerated. That's who reality is. That's who reality will always be. And I know that this isn't going to break her down. It's not going to change her. I think that what it's doing is it's adding to her fuel. I think that she's really getting energized through this. When she comes out, I think that she's probably going to be a bigger, stronger advocate at the end of this. So.
And has she found ways while she's in prison? Right now she's been in Lincolnton to follow news and remain connected to the world. I know that's very important for people who go in to not lose track of what's going on in the world.
The only outlet that she has right now, because they don't allow computers or newspapers or anything like that, is the news. She does. She gets up every single morning and she watches the news, and she makes sure that she is following whatever she can follow as far as what's going on out there in the world. So, and then of course there's been times throughout this process where she'll ask me to look things up for her, or she'll call somebody and say, hey, can you look this up? I need more information on this. People have sent her articles. We found different ways to send her articles through this. Lincolnton, the rules are you can't send her a magazine article, but let's say that I copy something, print it on a printer, and I write in the margins, then they'll give it to her because there's a personal letter, or if I write on the back of it, I can send her an article. So there's been times through this where she's requested certain information so that she can learn more about what's happening, what's going on. And so, yeah, that's important to her.
And as far as the letters, it sounds like she's been excited to receive mail, and she's happy with all the people who continue to write her.
Yes, she absolutely is. We know that her mail is scanned through either the FBI or the NSA, so she only gets mail once a week, and she gets it in a bulk. Well, that's her assignment for the whole next week, is to make sure that she sits down, that she reads everything, she looks at everything that she's given, and that she responds back. That keeps her busy as well. That keeps her going. So it's so important to me as her mom to know just all the people who are writing her, who are touching her, who are reaching out to her, giving her that strength and that support. It's just, that's important to me. Please don't stop that. And we'll always make sure that everybody knows where she's at, where you can write to her, how you can help her. We'll continue to do that. Just follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We will continue that for her.
And you're hopeful that she's going to be in a federal facility nearby where you're from in Texas, right?
That's what I'm hopeful for. I hope that this court, this judge, will take into consideration who she is, what she's done for her life, and will hopefully take that into consideration. And really, I want her to be somewhere near us, or somewhere where we will have easy access, to her. I don't know much about the prison system, the federal prison system at all, but I'm hopeful that if it's not in Texas, it'll be somewhere where it'll be easy for us to get to, so that we can visit with her, and that she will have access to what she needs. She'll have access to a university. She'll have access to books. Books have been important. Books have been something that she's been not able to have free access to this entire year. Just to that, magazine articles, all of the things that are important to her, classes, her fitness routine, access to sunshine. That's been something for this last year that she hasn't had access to, that was really important to her. access to outdoor time to run, you know. So I hope that the courts here, I hope that they give her that. I hope that they at least give her that.